Yamamo akwaba afe kasiyebono enchiremu enyi. Yansha kasiyebona se efefre Ghana mampene Berema Obwada John Dramani Mahama adesem atudwa echiremu yan kanchre Ghana dihye nyina sem oguso atoto nema amatimi aboa ama omai Ghana koku ahodo a yete no mayemu no edu baabia yetumi pagya ohamuchechemu ba de sene eduosia 60% ede kwa monane na mananefo atenase adadani asan beton ede abetwa Ghana fo emenya boka femfram sam Ghana mampani echiremu a wokopiemu ewo man kronkron la Côte d'Ivoire manimu a nema konkan pa omukokko na mote no ohamuchechemu ba ya duonum de krom ho no modana momode dandani meskapudo etimbegu o mana kantum ne santi yakwaya nimu Ghana so besua bobo ehomode na kokko na yete no ya dadani sa meska na yatumi anya dodo na ade atena mafisem yentiment nase enti kokko wa Ghana ne enso ne nyina da enkwa monone na sika kitua bi na ebenya eba ne sa emu akra Ghana mampani echiremu a omuguzu so nema ebo adwumade se beboa na Ghana man yatimi akwaya ne mu se beboa na nema akwankan yipa ede ama oman Ghana mampani echiremu se ene bokopia monone a nema hodo ede kono edu ba bi mpa ye kofa ne ma eto ade da so ne so pa enti ya ne se beboa oman so yatimi enya sikapa Ghana mampani said to dwa ema presidential session eye 60th annual meeting at the African Development Bank etwanetia can say AFDB one of eye 51st annual meeting etodwa ewo African Development Fund dwumade no so etodwa ewo Abidjan la Côte d'Ivoire Ghana mampani ede semwe ede todwa Ghana mampani echiremi se yekese ne Ghana bommaden abadwuma pa akane no ne yenkoko no ya dan ne ne ohamuchechemu aduonu eye enumpe 25% per the process na so make say no ya bommaden adan dan ma kodu ohamuchechemu aduanan ya ochiremi se omugusu badwumaden na enka so nsron fa banwa so de na Ghana koko no yetumi dan dani emomanye skaputu edugu yen bottom.
Sometimes you notice that the world economic order is rigged against Africa. We can increase processing overnight, but you have non-tariff barriers in exporting into some of the markets. Unless they bring a processor from outside, from Europe, who comes and sets up a processing plant and gets all the regulatory things in place. I mean, an indigenous person setting up a processing plant sometimes has a very big difficulty exporting finished products into the EU market and into the American market. But I must say that we've made progress from a low of about 25% processed cocoa. Ghana has risen to about 40%, and I know Cote d'Ivoire is ahead of us. Cote d'Ivoire has done 50%, which is comfortable. And so 50% of Cote d'Ivoire's cocoa is processed domestically. Ghana is at 40%. We hope that over the next 4 or 5 years, we'll reach the stage of Cote d'Ivoire at 50% and push even further.
Enuachi ena Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahama kasemu ena wuchiremu a. Sesi amekese no okopiemu awa mononea. O pesa okofa ne made ba omanyimu a na akoye nsempi emu akoye resesra ene benta Ghana mampani chiremu a ha adwenye pa ne senti ode adesre ede to eye oman Ghana ana afenso ebiman nyina darse empirifom da biman nyina no yanka ntuma ba akomfa mbom se bo ba akomu ade ne nyina da yemwa ne yani nkode ye wo ho ne yani nku ho ye pa efrisem ukokofo ne ma no ne de ba ka obebo no echini kurei ne senti ye pese ye kuya ne biman so fa ntuma frafra de a yani ankasa adwadie no yani yehu adwadie obibimam ne yamwa na adwadie no enko ankana eye bibiman so enfa no toma pa enfa enfra.
After the Second World War, we agreed that a multilateral rules-based trading system was a better way to go. And so a lot of work was done by the World Trade Organization together with all our countries to set up the rules for trade amongst ourselves. Unfortunately, that system is being upended, and countries have decided to impose tariffs based on their own interests. And so we've transitioned into a transactional world. It sends a signal to Africa that we need to pull ourselves out by our bootstraps, because there's not going to be a free dinner anywhere. And that means that we must, one, mobilize more revenue locally, And I mean, with the assistance of the African Development Bank, I think that we're doing quite fine. But domestically, we must mobilize revenue locally. We must add value to our products, and we must get a better share for the natural resource endowment that God has given us. And so I believe that is a signal to all of us to look inward and see how we can trade more amongst ourselves. Happily, we have the protocol on the African Continental Free Trade Area, which the majority of African nations have ratified. And so what it means is that we have the opportunity to be able to trade amongst ourselves. And I'm happy that the African Development Bank and other partners have focused on investing in the trade infrastructure amongst ourselves. It's not enough to just have a protocol on continental free trade. If you don't have the railways, you don't have the highways, you don't have the aviation connections to be able to exchange goods amongst yourselves, it amounts to naught. And that's why the investment in railways, in ports, in highways and others is very timely. And I think we must take advantage.
Na kwakura mo no ena Ghana mampanin John Dramani Mahama kasemu ena wo kire misem na nsenya oman Ghana yeside no enya ahoden so nkwa ne naso a ene mekase no watimi apapa $US na sum ache no na tu afiase no aboa pa efrisa bosia hodo a Ghana yakwaje monone no eka no se dollars ne kwosoro a essence be se sidi ansa na yatumi akotua nti no ubonse na eka no nanima na ekrosa anti ene sidi ni jane naso a ahode ba mu no aboa pa masika be boro 150 billion Ghana cedis ene esu ahwan ede ama yabusia bomu a ekọ nkanti o kirem sem saa sidi na hode no ekọ nkan de yemianim ne kureni onkwaso a no nche $US no omu ne ye papa ontena no so ne be yempo mfase kan fanto no mene no ntwa ne mene no man sikasem Enquiries ne ka no eso nti bebre ma yen.
Increasingly, one of the push factors for the debt is the strength of the value of the local currency. Our debt continued to multiply because the cedi continued to grow weaker. And so you needed more cedis. Because our public debt is stated in cedis, the weaker the cedi becomes against the foreign currencies, the higher it pushes up your debt. Fortunately, I mean, some measures we put in place have recently begun to show results, and the cedi has been strengthening. And so we've reduced our total debt over the last 5 months by almost 150 billion cedis, which is very significant. And so if that trajectory continues, the target of reaching 55 to 58% debt sustainability by 2028 will be reached by the end of this year. And that means that it gives us fiscal space to begin to invest in the most productive sectors of the economy. But like I said, we need to look inward, boost domestic revenue, cut wasteful government expenditure, fight corruption, and introduce better accountability in governance. And that is what the focus of my administration is.
Eni a woti ye eye Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahama.
Yentua Kasiabone so na legal council edema Ashanti regional chairman edema MPP Amanyoko no ye Bernard Enchibo siakon edi adodo na edi nim no eye chairman wuntumi na yadu adabetuja hremu sa ne client no se say de odayare sabia oje ayarehwe ewa bra state eye security officers for bomodin eche no ekototo na no no ne samtro for etwetwe komo na ochiremu say eya ade a de omobeye ye ne de ankoye kra na ye lawyer sanso no ye mrahebedwani edema MPP Amanyoko no eye andi apia kubi eda no di no ochiremu say ya ade a wuntumi etimi yare wa bra na no toto enhyehyɛ no ekoso omobo omodin ade ne kwa yare sabia sa ne be ya obetimi agye ayarehwe no ochiremu so anema ekoso ne de aye huye papa na ye party officials ni bi omokoye chirema abra ya police for Tom Sadi free wuntumi no obomodi atimi koye CID headquarters sane be ya ensem ombe bisebisa no betimi ayi ano ewa bra eye security for any market officers for obomodi atimi ekoche no sane be ya nhwehwemu ebetimi akoso na ye party leaders ni bi te say ye national organizer Henry Nana Boache so the nsɛm to dwa ekyire mu sɛ ɛyɛ ade a nneɛma ɛkɔ so sɛ ne deɛ ɛnyɛ kra yɛntie nsɛm a andi apia ɛde to dwa.
My client has been taken to hospital for medical treatment. We have given our statements. They preferred some allegations against him. He responded to them. We haven't finished with interrogation, so we'll come back to continue. Hopefully tomorrow, if his condition improves. Otherwise, he will stay there until that the doctors discharge him, and then we'll come together. We'll come back to continue the interrogation. Nevertheless, we have also received this afternoon a writ of summons from Exim Bank, and we are going to respond to the pleadings tomorrow. And I'm very hopeful that we'll be able to mount a defense of the writ. When we are in court, we will indicate that to the court that this we consider a civil matter, for which reason Exim Bank has issued a writ of summons to us, which we are also responding. So this one of a supposed criminal investigation, I am sure and confident that we will be able to also surmount a defense. They laid charges of the relationship between himself and Exim Bank and supposed
Eni ya uti ye lawyer sanso anoye mrashebedwani edema MPP amanyoko no andi apia kubi enwechi ana national organizer ye Henry Nana Boache enso ne samtwafo kasa no odin sem say edituja.
Yes, now I can confirm that he's there. I'm also told that he's there with a lawyer. Andy Apia Kubi is with him. What we don't know is what he's being investigated for. We understand that he's in the interrogation room. We are ready to be here overnight. As you can see, when we spoke earlier, we had a handful of our people here now. We are massing up. We are law-abiding political party. We would cooperate fully with any investigative body. What we will resist is any form of political harassment, and that is what we are witnessing. An investigative body, CID, invites Chairman to me on Monday. He appears at the CID headquarters. Tuesday, he was told to report. He reported today, just when he was about exiting. Then you have almost about 4 pickups with men masked, armed to the teeth, and just dragged Chairman Woon to me into the pickup. And then they brought him here. So resist. We don't know. We don't know why he's been held here. We don't know what they are investigating.
Eni ya uti ye aya national organizer edema MPP amanyoko no ye Henry Nana Boache.
Yentu akase ebono so ne yankwaso anyira mum. Na empenifo se efe aba ene ye die na do wanso na se benenam ehugya so. Na MPP amanyoko no Endrada Ashanti Regional Chairman edema MPP. Ne den Ed Bernard entry Bosiako dodo asanam na ne say Chairman wontumi stronger than appetite. Opening Irokofo kwache no ensem na kwaye pisa na MPP amanyoko no mpenifo no biso aka se kirem se anamontu a Ghana mampeni John Dramani Mahama ede amanyosem akata nani na ode MPP amanyoko no mabi afa so nyemenem ne kure ni enso ani ye kram na aka ne otwatwirofo peni ede ma MPP osono kokukwa amanyoko no ono kwanso na aka na oye Director General ede ma State Interest and Governance Authority Trinitia aka se siga Mr. John Boadu adensema to gwe chiremisem anamotu a Irokofo mpenifo atu nyemenem ne kure ni etiatia mra se obetena se na eye entwi Bosiako Adwoa fra ne se chema wontimi mo akere no adenti bone be pa no de adi oman o kiremu a emra mpenifo bo moden eto wo monsa ede frey chema wontimi no okopia mpenifo akache manhwe mapa ekoso chema wontimi enkobedwane a anka adenti na moto nsa frey no anka wanwane o kiremu a sa de motu a Ghana mampeni atena wo man yi so na sabe ode amanyosem akata nani no wafa oman Ghana ho bamboko ede hunahuna MPP amanyoko ni ma ene nipa bi oman yi mu ne amanim ne kure ni enko anka ne o kirem se ba ne sa na kabimam kabia membo no ene Ghana mampeni esi ne tiasa na ba ne so aso oman no yankwa yanim se oman da.
I think that the nation is drifting into an abyss, and I think it's important that the whole world should know what is going on. This is a lawful citizen of our country who had honored an invitation by a security agency and has never indicated whatsoever that he's not prepared to adhere to any call by any investigative body. So if it is the trend now in this country where political opponents will be treated this way, and I believe that we have people who so-called conscience of this nation. The chiefs are there. We have the Council of States. We have the religious institutions and religious body. The CSOs are there. Those who were making noise in this country with the slightest lawful invitation by other people, they've all kept quiet. So we are here waiting for them. If you have not been invited by any security agency and you are weeks away the way and manner it was done, will you be happy about it? We are drifting into an abyss and we must be serious about it. We must be serious about it. What crime has he committed? Said that now political opponents are arrested.
Na enu ache no ena John Buadu ka seye mu na wasa kire mu a ade ba kompa nansen ha adwen nesem abandada etwa mu emu ma wote ho no ma ukitaka ehyen na MPP amanyukui ete omba bia na Ghana mampanin John Dramani Mahama asoma national security force wanom enko na wanom enkonkwaje woka emfemfiri winsem o kire mu a 2015 ka ono ankasa de ne sika ne botom sika toye edema ne ho ka force wonda mu no na nsenya da gese ne yebeye bosome baako miensntem ni Ghana mampanin asoma national security for akwaje kan de afiri ne yinsem a be na mense pentem ni na modema no wasaka se kire mu akopie mu awa blekuma nofo nso a electoral commission aka kire ehumba mokuofo se woma humba mo nsem nya den na nka ba moto ye ne omuni masebedwa no masebedwa konwa na ho no mande masebedwa ni ho no mo no ankompa bi mfa mo wono mo nso a cascada Ghana mampanin ayi nani tese ne hwemfa no ho o kire mu akopie oboko a entokwa hodo ekoso Ghana mampanin sanka obibi a obeya wo hya adehwem oboko bo se wo ba entokwa na to betwa na adenti na wonfa national security enkonkobo ban enjepan na hoba mo nsem nkonka ne na blekumafo nso wonkwaje ban na ND sama yokono mo ya basabasa ntie ne ablekuma no afofo ni masebedwane no eto ntwa na wo national security for etatai MPP amanyokono ema odwene ho a asemi wonte ase.
My wife's car was taken for about 2 months. A car that I bought since I've been using since 2015. It was just released last 3 days. And you tell me that security agencies will just come and pick a car that they cannot, in this age of digitization, they cannot check the details of the car within an hour and kept the car for almost 2 months. And you are here asking me what is wrong. There is everything wrong about what is going on. And I think that the people of this country must also rise up against such behavior. We have an election. We had an election on the 7th of December. As we speak now, one of the constituency has not been able to be declared. The court has ruled, and if you want to know, the court has ruled that the security agencies must provide protection for Electoral Commission to declare that election. As we speak now, the security agencies have not had the balls or the power or the energy because of tax of the NDC. They've not been able to do it. And you are asking me what is wrong about a lawful citizen just being whisked away, somebody who honored the call of another security agency, whisked away at these wee hours of the day. And you are asking me, you understand? We are drifting. And this is just precedents that are being set. And the NDC are not going to stay in power forever. Negative actions of the security agencies. If they have the strength, Boko is burning. They should go there. If they have the strength, the court has ruled that they should provide protection for Electoral Commission. President John Mahama has never been able, as Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, have never, for the past 5 months, provided security for the Electoral Commission to declare the results for public.
Any awoti ayakane ochwechurofo peni edema MPP osonokuku kwama yokuno John Buadu na ne kwakura mu no ena ndrada enya semkuma MPP amanyoko na chitafo ko pie mu ho no ma omo chire ma dia kwaso no omo bonyo so ene wane mu nchede obi ada everysem omo chire ma national security for ka kwaya mo fa so a Wanom edanda mo ho sa Rambo star no mbe cheche ma wontumi no etwa mo nsuru mo de ka akora fe bi mu na so nyame no mu kure ni anko nkane wanom de omo ye de adi e de chensem trefo
anko de ka de bo de bo nkana me tofo na papa ba man bo ne ko she ka na fa mi papa no so mi papa no ma to she de pia nda kan ko tofo no ka no tai no fa mi papa no so papa no so wo ma to no me da mi tofo na e ma mi so sei na we na ko she ka ni papa mi so so mi kan chari mi so mi na be kum ya ko Mama na John want to be one child. Mama want to be John. You went over here. One over here, yeah, fan no man, one piano na yanqua. A day, a Ghana for. Yeah, you know, man, I am qua. I didn't know why.
Any awoti ye aye MPP. Chineyama you could tell be. Aya would ensem and a modern day at the chensem trophy.
Yantwa Kasiabone so na Chief Executive Officer Edema Association of Oil Marketing Companies Dr. Riverson upon Eden Sama Betuja HM Yadi said the Ghana for any beji papa esa se fango bo ebeko from na sidunu se gina ne naso ahoden padie e wo biye pa no ne nsem twofo etwetwen komo na ochemu se no petrol bo no mbete so ade akọ 12 Ghana cedis per liter as se na nu betimi abo esa se wahu se sidi ne de ejina ne naso ye pa no kirema se ne sidi ne gina na beboa na de tofo nso so no mo ho etimi ahenhan wom ene se ne obeya dollars ne de akọ cedis na no so beboa san se ne de sidi no obi abedi adanse se bebi edu ne de pa no wa rehwemu nso se sidi no ukodi dwa e wo market no so betimi aboa na de tofo ne nso so akase se de omo nso e wo sika omode to ne ma na omo ho etimi ahenhan mu ye pa wo oman Ghana mu esa se Ghana fo ebisa se da ben ana ye fango bo nso so no ebetimi ate e wa abroman pani etiti dollar ne so ma sidi ne so ahodin etimi be mu ana ochemu se enkopem se ye na wotwe bekwa awie ye ne de na fu abo no se no 12 Ghana cedis per liter se ne be oman Ghana obi anso so no ebetimi atobi.
Scenario, two things are involved. As we are happy with the downstream effect, that the oil, the fuel price going down at the pump level, you also see that there is revenue reduction in the upstream, but that's not the topic for today. But as far as the CD is also a very big factor in the forex calculation because you're converting the landing prices from USD to CD. DLFM. That affecting the pump price. As a matter of fact, we've seen about an average of 6 to 10% decrease coming from the 15th to 13th. And believe me, in the next window, we are even foreseeing going to 12 by Thursday. Yeah, if the city continues to react as it does, believe me, like I mentioned, with the plateauing down of the international benchmark prices, we are likely to see that, and we shall be proud to have that effect on our consumers in Ghana.
Enia wuti ye Dr. Riverson upon one ye Chief Executive Officer Edema Association of Oil Marketing Companies no chema enkopem ya wada de na fango bono mate so e de akoto of Ghana cedis.
Yantu akasiabo no so ne nyina mo e won krabo prematem na enkrabo prematem so afo me kire Greater Accra Regional Minister me wafa seba Linda Okru eden sma tudwa e kire mu am ukopie mu ewala hyebi nimpotem eno ne bentama honom a Ramza site na we honom no asase yantam da honom yaban asase honom nso ene nsuo to a etan efa enipa bi atimi afa kotikwan a wonum ni tumi krata a omatumi akosisi dan de asi honom okiremu a ha adwenye pam na me wafa ase ba kase na okiremu sem yentumi ntenase sabe ba bia nsuo to a efa no na ebo ade hye edan ho ban no kobrane adu furu penti atimi akwakotena honom asisi ade de asi honom a emfam na kwan mu kram ne kasa ye mu na okiremu se ndada kopie mu no wo madika ne kokobo de ma ade hye ne sei saa na muntu a mutu nam kwati kwan so asisi dan ade sisi Ramza site honom no ebeya nkomu njai nanso o maka kan ya de nipa no etie sabda so bia chenti wonom fa ne die eni obuo emfa ma empenimfo na ndrada na ye kotonima aboseme ne da toso aduonu nsom emra Accra Regional Minister Linda Okroko pie mu no wakire musem enipa na tumi atenase SNCC adan de asi honom a sabe beye nsuo to ebefa no omasi kan nyina da ento nsuo to pare som tete poten ho no wode mu fie nyina da ebeyiri o chemse se be mu ntumi ntena se be nipa ya de mra hya ne nsa so hwe oman yi so no entimi ntena se nya hwe han sa ma nipa bi emu mra so oman mu ni senti endrada adesha ma yamfum so egosi dan de asi ho no opulu ni nyina la down bubu adan nyina tugo chemse mo ntena se ma sabi esefu anso kram na dwumade na ekọ so ne tema Metropolitan Chief Executive MCE ebi blight ko pie mu sanso na ko pie mu agese na mpenifa wodo mo ka biegum forestry eye commission openipa no mo de abo asase ne ho ban potem ho no ne den edem wo fa se Thomas akwaso ko pie mu adwumade no emu ya de pasa no manam na me wo fa se bam Linda Okro the same say eto central for him.
Today exercise has been successful. I'll say we've done a lot and we are going to continue tomorrow and make sure that the entire, like I said, the entire stretch of the buildings should be done. So we'll continue the exercise tomorrow morning. We'll be going beyond. I don't know whoever said so, but we'll be going beyond. Oh yes, I'll say so far so good because the buildings that were targeted are all down. So yes. We are going to look at the mapping so well. Like I said, it's not only this time. I mean, the other side too, we are going to investigate and see. Because when we asked, he said what? Human what? He used the word, human face. And so they allow the building to be that. That was what he said. So I don't know the type of human face that he's talking about. And so if you allow human face to live down at the other side of what about this side? So we are not going to leave any stone unturned. I'll make sure that provided the place is a Ramsar side, Ramsar side is Ramsar side, and no one is above the law. Law is law, so we are going to deal with it.
No. Obian who asebi or sanamana wo manyimu. Enkrabo prema temu swafo. Ne den edo ni mnyamfo lenda okro nene ena wote yei. Na ko pie mu atama west nso de omo MCE eye me wafa seba ebi blight enso ko pie no chim so mbetai Accra regional minister chi mu wapadwumade visa sabe yentimi ntena kro manimpa bi enkosi dan emfansi sukam emenso meyiri emfa de shom won kra ha ade bono benom de ayomen.
Well, it's a bit emotion fraught. It's difficult to do, but it must be done. It's sad to see how our lack of responsibility over time has resulted in this. At the end of the day, this is the cost of corruption and a lack of regard for the environment. It is costly, but the other costs are more. You know, the danger to lives and property of innocent people, and people are not complicit in this, and the degradation of, you know, the ecology just generally. So as difficult as it is, we have to do, but you see also that it's resource intensive, both of human resource and of capital as well. So it's not the best use of our day, but it must be done. So I would plead that going forward, people are more wary of people that are offering you deals, because what is not lawful will eventually catch up. You know, the consequences will catch up with you. We also have to commit resources to securing whatever land we've reclaimed and also rehabilitating the space, because we can't leave the debris here after all of this, and we need to make use of it. We need to restore it to what it actually is supposed to be. So we're making a commitment to all of that. It's going to involve a lot of security, and it's going to involve a lot of concentration here. So we're committed to supporting His Excellency John Dramani Mahama in his vision for a cleaner, greener society. And so we're going to give our regional minister all the support that she needs.
Any atiako piemo ewa tama west or no, ene ye wonom MCE, ne den edi ebi bright. Nenu wachi ana deshia wamukaka atwemu, wanumaja padie adan, empenifo kwa dwegu ni bi edesombo kese pa de bo aban sem. Ade ntina bia ya umakosi dana sinsi oto na befa wonu mumpa. Aban etimi yi ya ka kese mwa wonom nanka den ehonto na sabe kobrane abo ka kese ntesa kabu mpima nkoma na pani bia hunipa mabo etia bedwi dan we dia gudia na Ghana mpani fotirim ya den pam. Omasan so de sombo ede abo eye Forestry Commission opani pa oda wonoma no mpotem no no ebo no homaden ehwe Ramsar site ne so de den ade Thomas akwa omuchina papai oba omonchanya ene yesese nya twompa na obeka kire mo mesra wo babia sida no ehwa ye pantima miska 50,000 na waje ene waje sika sa 10,000 na waje ko 5,000 na waje sika babo de ho no de ahye ne to ene wadada manfo asida de asi wono ma wo mu kire papa we agudie ne abro de di wo nyame anim ne kurani emu ayapa na adesha omadan ne bia dwira gu no omo de nsem sei eto nsentwerefo anim
from ayi amefo no omo say enso ta hasa enso nso ye da bia ye sedan ye move ya ye mo ha no say even po ye Ghana fo ana say enso ta ha sika mo waste na mo dey for machine na mo bu nkofo dan no ka mo de get squat boa bi area ne kwan ka be boa na mo nkofo bre na mo say ye Ghana fo na ye bre ye struggle to sit down ye nya ba bia say asante mbemu otumfo say obi putan kwagu honum krampo na ono obeti because say ye mbo dan go amra ni pati ase asante mbemu ye nya sa aso ni hwe ni pa nim ni aba be budan na ye posen so ta ha die na mo ye asem oboa Ghana fo tika mo di mo je ye mo de machines mo de ebe ye sa de wanyina e de mo le sin nyina ana mo de ye gates ana mo de boa ya aka ye ye fre na akwa oba no aka cho say ba bia ye wo no e wo ye obeka cho say aha ye mani sika waje ye 20,000 or de me 5,000 or de me 10,000 or de me 20,000 o sia me ye de ma no ni nyina no wasa ko se ba bi no wasa ba no aba bi buno akwa o ye forestry man o wa heavy video wa mo fan channel wa kote o na akọ no wa mo fan kote so o mo ye mo de bribe fu mo de dia chenya de bribe ade o mo ye wa nyina o mo pe bibi ntia e ye bibi ntia over 40,000 akodi no honum over 40,000 akodi akwa no oba ha be tro say demolition oba be kacha ye say aha ye kama aha bibia ye fine enti ai ye ntieska say na bibia be kama ye nsi dan ana na ya bebu dan no ye flood area bia because south flood na started free MF estates enye ne ye sisi dan san because en so the man wo si dan a wo ye feeling na e ko back san na dan tie say mo dre Ghana from me dan ye bu no say mo dre Ghana for na say mo ba na say bibi say wo ha de na mo ye aboa ye de na mo ye aboa ye o mo ye kromfo akoye kromfo
e ka ba no enya sem kumo e we ndrada Ramza site wonom eni a woti ye eye maami bi ono so asi ne fie kama pa ene da Facebook no so no DLFM 106.9 eni abro san boso miensa ena mpenifo kire mi se baabi esi no enye mra kwanto madwiragu utumi se ka aba no esene kurei na eno achi ena openipo no so ye forestry commission openi a ono ena Ramza site asasi de biada ode task force kwhwe bo hoban no e kire mi se sans ma wodo ampenifo ne nimpa bi a omoja pade o man fancy bia pa ye dragu o mokoko apaya o mode sombo bo ne se waje o musika no o kirem se nukure nim onje obi aka preda ne senti entansa wo do mode bo ne nyina na o munya ye o munjan openi akwa kirem a onya bone bia onye obi asika densem no nukure ba kompo nim na tan hunu keke na onom tan no.
What I will say is that per my operational work that I do, I come here with task force. Because when normally I come alone, I'm always faced with a lot of confrontations on the ground. So I would usually call on my task force, the Forest Commission Rapid Response Team, and I move with them. Sometime within October, I was here with my task force. We didn't have any machine to even demolish some of the structures that are in the waterway. So we manually pushed some walls down belonging to this same woman who is making the allegations. He came there, rained insults on me, and even series of curses and all that. I didn't mind her. At the time when we were pulling the things down manually, she told us that if we will still continue and break these things down, we should wait and we'll see. So when we were moving out of the site, then she came in with a Ram pickup, chasing the task force. We were then using a Nissan patrol van, and she was chasing us. And we were recklessly chasing us. And we suspected that she was carrying arms and all that. And the car was tinted. So we had to quickly leave the site. It was when we reached the MF estates, exiting the area, before she stopped chasing us. And we had to exit. And since that time, we have never been to the site, even though it falls within the waterway. Please, I know nothing about that. Who am I to assure them to build? And on what grounds will I collect money from somebody when
I openi pa wote ne nkan no ono na ye forestry commission openi pa no ye site manager e wala shibi Ramza site ne den e de Thomas akwa o kirema sika no onje ka premfri obi anchan da ti sansensam na adan wura no de to no so no munya akura no ne ka pre kura no onje bi nanso adan wura fo no se sika pa mo se ombebodua na
duabone de
o mo se sika no onje ye de ombebodua yentie
ye be boni dia me dem asamano wo ban no papa de ade ye be boni dia me dem asamano
Sika ka kira mo fa se fo so munya abotre. Na Mr. Akwansu sika no waje ana. O say
waje 19
ofra wa betime yi ano. O se wanye ye.
Waje onje ya da bi onje ya adenti na mu nyina sa waje.
Ghana ne bribe. Obia se papa ya gi sika be se wanye ye. Sika nyen ka adwenche ne be ne yenko wate na nsem ne ya gi agura be gi nsem. Prince kwabna ofori no say keep it up. I say adwumade ne ye bo no ntia me nchira ye pa. Ha se de odu kire mi say good afternoon, Sammy B. Near Adwoa Agyei Sikapa. Say Jumadi and Yabon, you mentioned Papa and your boy Jumadi ye pam. When Sufi Piaga Paganoche, Mr. Ghana is not safe under this government. In Tiaban, we ban Ghana and Quayo, who pam. When Sufi Aya McCaffrey, Gazon, watch him say good afternoon, Kwadwo any Adwoa or Sekasi Bonnie more the son of man of real life. Eddie Frida Command, Sacred Station, or see a boy Jumadi ye panty, Tridian Ponyankopom. Onshrai, no one ye can see a pa, Yansu Yadasa, me wafas, Yadasi baby. Kasebone ye dia senior source was capacity bibi wo hono mbone taw na enko yanim tamako.
Kofi Pacha bebo me kakra na me wish madam for your birthday. Happy birthday kese pa enkoma eye Godalisa ende eye o birthday oba so no nyame hwa na onya okese onya wakoma so de nina enfem ma bibi biara pe wo wiasim no Nyankopon enye ma pa na onya okese ma mi goda nyame enhira obebre. Happy birthday once again Godalisa.
Kasia bono ya dia si emusebufu no eya maze me berantwine semo ede ema yen the nation's MC champion Taylor ede ekopie mo e wo Facebook no soma ya kasebu foni ni videos ni nada ehwe ye akankanfo ya sinkumnya besemo ewie no ede amaje so ya takwade kodwe krom twabe we de shekonkron Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy B mahuteden ene ehunsi wompene mene ma wafa ase
Adwoa Agyei Sikapa
senior technician on duty nsene ye
Zigibi
DJ Zigibi yes so hwan na eba
na Adwoa Silky achire muhima enfifi muhima radio mu yasanta enkacha hima
aba
Michael Jackson
papa no obe ya frafra se na da ben ukuada nti na dwumade na be konka ne yipa mesrew. Don't miss DLFM ne dwumadi bo mode na tenase one hwan na eba
Kwame afu
na afei
sexy journalist
sa kwame kora wadi kan bawuram dada enti na ampa ya be den ebedwa ma munyina mu anitia adehye
midimafo pokwase Nhyiraba Accra midimafo